What's up guys, it's Wubny here, and in today's video we're going to be restoring and reselling this Chromebook. So from what I'm aware, there's nothing wrong with it. I bought it off a guy on Facebook for $40. He ended up driving about 40 minutes, so I gave him 45. But it's nasty. It seems to look good, and it smells a little bit like gas, but it is what it is. I'm on the phone with Kensu right there. You know my boy Kensu, looking at this dude for psychology class. Big nose motherfucker. But alright, don't put that in the video, Ty. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and restore this while I go AFK in my classroom. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. You can tell it is dirty. And like I did say, it does smell a little bit like weed, but you know, to each their own. I didn't ask him questions about it. I just asked him if it worked. He told me it worked. So what I'm gonna do is majority of this restoration, I'm not sure if I can turn this off this way, is gonna be using IPA and Q-tips. And I'm probably going to use some canned air when it comes to the keys. But we're going to start off trying to get the back done because the back is the most nasty. So let's try to get this done. Let's see if it comes off. Alright, see, it's coming off, but it might take a while. I think my best bet, honestly, might be to take the back plate off and wash it because it really is that dirty. There we go. So it's now off. So what my plan is, you can see the screen, great condition, just some hair on it. Keys, a little sticky, so I'm going to have to take it apart anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screwdriver, take off the back plate. I'm going to let this sink, or I'm going to let this soak in some soap for a little bit. So let me go ahead and grab my set of screwdrivers. Take our screwdriver, using the iFixit kit. If you don't know which one I'm using, I have it linked down below. Take a Phillips head bit. I believe this is the proper size. Let's get one a little bigger. There we go. Let's put this to the side. I might have to pry off the actual back plate depending on how nasty it is. It's 9:53. Let me keep my phone next to me for the time, just so I can see when my next class starts. But we're gonna take all these screws off and just set them right here. Hopefully they're the same size. What I'm gonna do as well is once I clean the back plate, of course I'm gonna make sure it boots up and make sure it does all that. I'm not sure if I'll get it on camera just because of how long the video might be, but we'll see. We'll see how I do this. Yeah, see, that's a quick way to do it. You guys know them automatic handhelds. Whoops. Easy way to do it. One more screw. All right. Now let's hope this just pops off. Let's hope I don't have to pry it off. I hope there's no screws under the feet. That's promising. That's promising. Let's go, baby. Alright, so what we're going to do is we need to get this off of the back plate. So what I'm going to do very quickly, just because I see a little bit of dust, is I'm going to spray out the inside. We're just going to go ahead and spray this out very quickly. And then other than that, everything looks to be in good condition. You can see some tar on the battery. I'm gonna try to get that off with a plastic pick and then some isopropyl alcohol. And here it is a little dirty. We'll spray that out really quickly. I know it's off camera. I'm just spraying it out so I don't have to get anything on my table. Like I said, I want to soak this in some soapy water. I want to make sure everything that is critical here is out of the system. So no speakers, no electronics, nobody can see. It's just plastic now. It's plastic with a little bit of black. It is extremely dirty, but I'm gonna run downstairs, grab a decent sized Tupperware. Maybe I'll have one in my room and just let it soak in soapy water. So I'll see you guys in just a few. Alright guys, so I found a decent sized Tupperware. I won't be able to soak the whole thing at once, but I'm gonna let it just sit in here for a little bit. This might actually come off, but it's more of just padding, nonetheless, so it's not a big deal. Stickers might come off, it is what it is, but it'll get the back clean, and that's what really matters. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let this sit in some soapy water for probably 20 minutes. Alright guys, my bathroom's a mess, but I have to let it soak in some of my body wash. So we'll come back here in a little bit. I'll let it sit in here for probably 15 minutes. And then I'll flip it, and then we'll drain it, and I'll show you guys me draining it. I already need to wipe it off. I already flipped it once, but I haven't drained it yet, so we're about to go drain this. nasty and it's not perfect, but it's definitely a lot better. We gotta get this done. So let's drain this real quick. Might have to soak it twice. Looks a lot better, but it's still really nasty, so we need to get a lot of nasty stuff out of it, but it ain't ready, so the bucket's a little wet, so we're just gonna throw it on the floor and a towel, you know, easy way. But let's scrub this a little bit. It's better, but it's still nasty. The inside, it's nasty too. But it's better, it's better. It's not gonna be perfect because it's just the condition it was in. But we're gonna get it as close to perfect as possible. And if I really wanted it perfect, I could probably have this soak in there for a few hours. And what I might try is I might actually try to spray this with some Windex when I get back to the table and wipe it off that way. I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and try. But you can see it's still nasty, but it is a lot better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you back to my actual work table and we're gonna see how much more we can get off of this. All right guys, so we are back, and while you were gone, I did unscrew the battery and I did get the tar off of it. Most of it did unfortunately wipe the barcode with it, but I'd rather have a, you know, clean laptop than something that's dirty with the barcode. And I'm just gonna go ahead and move the board and anything that actually matters about getting wet out the way now. And we're gonna take some Windex and we're gonna spray into the darker spots and just let it soak. We're just gonna let that sit here for a little bit. And yeah, I just wanna talk to you guys about the actual guy that told me this. He pulled up, he said, you know, nice neighborhood. We talked for a little bit, very briefly, kept it very brief. I gave him the money for the laptop, you know, he, you know, gave me the charger, showed me everything. And it was really simple, really easy, great dude. He seemed very honest over text message, definitely very honest. And in person, like I said, this video isn't a diss towards him because his laptop's dirty or because, you know, whatever. But, you know, he's a great dude and he just sold me a laptop. And if we wipe this down a little bit, it looks like that might be the most we're getting out of this. So it might decrease the cost for probably about $10, $15 when they see how dirty the laptop is. But I got it for cheap. Dude was nice, dude was honest, so I'm not too worried about it. We're just gonna take some canned air to spray out any of the important water that's in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray as much of it as I can towards the holes. Like for example, you see the water. I'm gonna spray it to one side, spray it towards the screw holes, and just try to let it drain a little bit. Because you guys obviously know you don't want anything liquid on electronics. Just trying to let it dry a little bit. I'll probably dab it too. I can do all that off camera, but I'll get back to you guys when it comes to me actually putting it back together. Okay guys, so I just found a crazy way that's actually working. I was thinking about this when I first started cleaning it, but I didn't think it would work, so I tried it off camera. I'm using a toothbrush and some IPA, and it's getting deep into the groove. Because I'm using IPA, it dries really fast. When it comes to alcohol, it actually dries really fast, so I don't have to worry about it having it sit. So while I'm scrubbing it, the other water will be drying. But for Kensu's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and just make a time lapse of me scrubbing it till it ain't black no more. As you guys can see, even though it ain't perfect, it looks a lot better. The only places I really struggled at were like some of the deeper parts. You can still see there's a lot of black here. and some of the edges were kind of hard to get. But other than that, I mean, it looks great, and the plan wasn't to make it perfect. You know, I don't get paid to restore. I just get paid to fix, flip, and resell, or just resell in general, retail, whatever you like to call it. And for what my job is, I did great on it. So I'm just gonna blow out the inside one more time. Because of this black thing, you wanna make sure you get all the water out from under it. See, there's some water that just shot up right there. You know, I'm just blowing it out, moving it around so it dries a little faster. You want 100% of the water out of here. You know, a drop or a few, might not do anything, but you don't want to risk it. You know, you want to try to get all of it out as much as possible. I didn't really focus on cleaning the inside too much because no one's really going to see that. My plan of action when spraying this out is going to a corner and spraying it toward the screw hole. If you watch some of the screw holes when I do that, it shoots some water out. This, for the most part, looks good. So I'm gonna first take a Q-tip to each one of the like USB drive holes, the USB hole, the aux port. I'm gonna just take a Q-tip to those really quickly, just so people can't really see the inside of it. I get a big difference right there. Holy crap, that's a big difference. One Q-tip. You know, I'm just doing that very quickly. Not taking too much time. I just want it to look good for whoever purchases it. Normally what I would do, there is no water damage, but if I was to sell an item with water damage, I would say, you know, water damage restored, etc. But there's no water damage in here. It's literally just dirty. And I'm gonna put on the title, used but dirty, whichever computer this is. Acer N15 Q10. Model Q10. That's what I'm going to do. Those are clean. And on the other side, we have, it even has an HDMI port. What a fancy little computer. Might as well take, I got pretty good into the actual speaker hole on the plastic, so I'm not too worried about that. Anything on the bottom? No ports on the bottom. We'll just clean the speaker holes from the inside with a quick rub down. And everything's good to go. So now we're gonna put the back plate back on. Almost forgot. Before we put the back plate back on, let's put the USBs back in the slot. Boom, now that's screwed in. Now. Now I'm gonna put every screw back on. When it comes to screws, I'm not sure if this is 100% true with laptops, but it is with a lot of other things. You want to try and even out the, what's the term? The pressure of each screw you're screwing in. If you notice how I went from top right, bottom left, I'm gonna do every corner, then I'm gonna do the middle. If you say, for example, do all top, as you get towards the bottom, if you have one messed up, you have to unscrew them all, and it's just harder because, you know, the pressure might cause some of them to bend or some screws to strip. I'm not sure if it's 100% true with most electronics, but that's what my dad told me when I was younger, and I've stood by that, and it's definitely helped when it comes to other projects. Boom, guys, all the screws are back in. Bottom looks a lot more clean. I'm thinking about working on the top. We're just gonna go back to the toothbrush, scrub it really quickly. I don't know if it's supposed to be beige or if it's supposed to be white. I guess we'll find out with a quick scrub of IPA. And when it comes to this, the top matters more than the bottom. So luckily the top wasn't as dirty as the bottom. So a quick little scrub, get these little dots off. Whatever these little marks are, get these off. And the top will be good to go. The top doesn't have to be perfect as long as it looks good. Scrubbing it a little bit. You don't want to scrub too hard. You put too much pressure on the screen, it could cause a LCD issue. Dots aren't gone, but they're fading away. We're going to do one more scrub. And then I might clean it up a little bit extra off camera, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to look, that's not embroidered, so I don't even want to mess with the chrome logo either. That is a logo you do not want to mess with. You do not want to mess with the Chrome or the brand when it comes to the logo, when it comes to cleaning the laptop. But anyways, guys, that is basically it for the video. You guys see everything is good to go. The laptop itself is in great condition, but holy shit, I had a lot of IPA on there. But anyways, guys, that's basically it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and keep flipping.
They all trying to be around, now I'm winning. I make it hits, but I'm still independent. Lil' homie, I've been low-key chillin'. Tell your mom when I'm back, I'll be in it. I got a baddie in the West End, brought a best friend, got a bag on my left wrist. Fucking next bitch, had to go. Pull up in a new wig, got them clueless on my new shit. I'ma have to move on the low. Yeah, I know that they be fucking with a flow.